Ready for the new vlog?
Yep, I'm ready.
What are we going to do this week?
Well, we had the inaugural symposium in December and we had Pekka there.
Yeah.
Well, Pekka gave a very interesting talk, and one thing he inspired me was saying, well, Agile is a non-defined term, which is causing a lot of problems. And I thought about taking that up and then bring it a bit further.
Okay, that's interesting. Can you write a column about it?
Yeah, well, I think I have the material of Pekka as a trigger, and then I take it a bit further and
cool.
See where it goes.
Yeah, so you start writing, I have a look at the video of Pekka and then do
Okay,
it.
that's cool.
Yeah?
I start writing.
Thanks.
Yeah.
See you.
What I want to highlight is, of course, on the bottom left-hand corner you see two lovely dogs and my wife, lovely wife as well. Very extremely lovely. Then what is Agile? I have been researching too long. I have no clue anymore. It seems to be everything and nothing at the same time. We know that nobody has ever defined Agile. Sure, you can find Agile definitions in the literature, but in reality, there's no common agreement. There's no standard saying what is the line you stop, and if you go across the line, you are the opposite of Agile. And what is opposite of Agile? Dinosaur, right? No, that's as good answer as any. Nobody wants to be a dinosaur. But one thing that the Agile really brought in the picture was these post-it notes. Now everybody knows how to use them, because Agile technique always involves the use of post-it notes, whether it's necessary or not.
The main character in our book, The Power of Scrum, is modeled after Pekka Abrahamsson. Well, Pekka was recently here in Delft and gave a lecture. And in that lecture he said something which inspired me. It was that agility is a non-defined term. Well, you could say, well, what's wrong with that? Well, because agility is a positive term, everyone wants to be it. As Pekka said, who wants to be a dinosaur? So because of that, people say they're agile very easily. And the same goes, but a little bit differently for Scrum. Because Scrum is a defined term, but still then you see people claiming they're doing Scrum, they're not doing it. Because Scrum is very, very easy. It's 3 roles, it's 3 artifacts, and it's 4 time boxes. So I thought about this. So how can it be that a defined term, which is really small, is still being misused? And I think the main reason is that people don't know what to ask. So if somebody says, we're doing Scrum, you just believe them, because you don't know what to ask them. Well, I think there are 3 big questions you should ask when people tell you they're doing Scrum. And I didn't think of them myself. They come from a checklist by Hendrik Knieburg. He spelled out in very much detail how you do Scrum and to check to which extent you do Scrum. But on the upper left corner of the checklist there are 3 core basics. I think those are the questions you should ask. Firstly, are you producing working and tested software every 4 weeks or in shorter intervals? The second question you should ask, are you really developing the software that the business needs most? And the third thing you should ask, is the process from the team self-improving? Is it continuously improving itself? Because those are the 3 things that build up Scrum. So you cannot do Scrum without doing these 3 things. And you will learn from the answers to which extent the persons you're talking to are really deploying Scrum. And it doesn't mean that it's wrong what they're doing. If you find yourself a process which is non-Scrum, that's fine. The only thing is, don't call it Scrum.
This videoblog is sponsored by Awareness.
And Frans, have you taped it?
Yeah, Rini, it's a wrap.
And what do you think about it?
Well, I feel connected to this Pekka.
No? Why?
Well, I also have 2 lovely dogs. And a wife.